Hey guys, my name's Steve, the host of Your Technology Coach. Thank you for joining us on this third episode of a multi-part series with the Snaptricity Arcade STEM Kit. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about the blinky lights and some sound that go into building our final arcade set. So let's get started. Welcome back to the next series in the next episode in the series of the Snaptricity workshop for the arcade set. My name is Steve, the host of Your Technology Coach. Thank you for tuning in and watching this with us. I hope you're able to use this as a tool for your homeschool, your public school classroom. Again, we make these videos so that they're easy to follow along. We explain things as we go. We don't just build something and ooh and ah over it and then forget about it. We want you to know the ins, outs, whys, and hows, why things do what they do. And that way we have a better understanding overall of the technology and how it's going to apply to everything we do in our world around us. So far, we have covered LEDs, we've covered fans, fan messages, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the disco ball effect. If you've ever been to a dance or those kind of things, it's just a multicolored ball. It gives off an array of effects. In our case, we're going to use it for more of a visual aspect to our video game, and we will have a better understanding when we're done with this build how that's going to look going forward, because this disco ball is going to be programmable later on down the line. So again, stay tuned, watch the videos in succession so you have an understanding of how these projects are all going to build on top of each other. I'm starting out with my 4.5 volt battery pack. Again, if you remember how we get 4.5 is each AA battery is 1.5 volts. So when we put those in a pack in a series circuit, we get a combined total voltage of 4.5 volts. This is the disco ball motor. There's a motor in here. There is some coding in the form of microchips in here that we won't get into. It's a little way above our pay grade and our technology grade, so we're going to leave that alone. This also comes with a post. Now this post that fits in here is keyed, so it's got a flat side and a round side, so be careful when you're putting this in. If it doesn't go in, don't jam it. Just make sure that you're lining it up correctly and it's, getting in there properly. Same thing with the disco ball top. There is a flat side and there is a round side. So make sure when you're doing this, you don't get frustrated and say, oh my goodness, it's broken. It's not. You just have to make sure they go in accordingly like that. And it looks like a little plastic glass looking umbrella thingy. All right, so we are going to put that right here in line with everything else. I'm going to grab a number 2 conductor, put that in place. I'm going to grab another number 2 conductor, and I'm going to put my switch and that conductor in place. Again, you all remember we're working with series circuits. So there is all the components that are listed together are in one series or a racetrack kind of format. Later on, when we get into this project, we're going to be working a little bit more with the parallel circuit. And when we get to that point, I'll explain it and we'll understand a little bit more about that. All right, so 2 more things we're going to introduce. These are little wire leads. We like to use these because we can take these on and off and put them on different contacts to get different effects. So for these, what we're going to do is we're going to put one on the front line here, and it's going to connect over to this little conductor right here. We're going to take the second one And we're going to attach it to this side here and put that right there. All right, so I am going to throw the switch, and I'm going to turn out the lights here. You can hear the motors going. You can see the colors. The way here's the thing about this, which is really cool, is that the way the glass or the plastic is cut is giving you that prismatic effect. So if you know anything about prisms and light, we know that prisms will actually refract the light and into its primary colors. So if you remember, we put these little leads on here. This time, I'm going to remove the lead that's connected to the switch here. So if I turn that on and I remove this lead, you'll notice now that the light is gone out. So what's important about that to know is that in some components, like the whole device here, there's more than one function that it's doing at a time. So this, in a sense, is providing power to the LEDs. Well, why didn't the motor turn off? Well, the motor still has power running through it on this side of the circuit. So in essence, you can control multiple parts of one component on one device by applying voltage to the different terminals on the same device. And we're going to see this later. This is where it's really going to get interesting when we talk about transistors and we talk about our alarms and musical components that we'll use that have multiple inputs. So depending on how that input is applied, when you have voltage on it, it's going to react accordingly. There's so much to this, and it can be overwhelming. And that's why I like to break it down into its smaller components so we understand why it does what it does. And at the final project, we can see everything come together. I hope you enjoyed this project. Please like the video and share it with your community, your homeschool community, your public school community, and anyone who is interested in the STEM field and wants to go further in this type of education. So again, my name is Steve, the host of your Technology Coach. Thank you for watching.